This episode of Places You Should Know, we will be visiting Antietam Creek Vineyards, owned and operated by George Warmanhoven and Joan Larea in Sharpsburg, Maryland. Nestled in the foothills of South Mountain and located adjacent to the Antietam National Battlefield, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. If you're planning a day trip or looking to do something a little different, keep them in mind. Although close to the hustle and bustle of the greater metro area, the quiet and serenity of the old 55-acre dairy farm where the winery resides will take you back in time as you taste their handcrafted wines. Soak in the scenery in their tasting room, which is located in a 100-year-old barn and complete with all of the modern conveniences. The lower level is where they process, age, and bottle their wines. If you prefer to enjoy the natural setting of the vineyard, there is also ample outdoor seating under a canopy of shady trees overlooking the southern end of the battlefield, providing a perfect opportunity to enjoy the landscape along with their delicious wines. Their blends of wine are refreshing and memorable. With a perfect mix of grapes, knowledge, and hard work, they have crafted 5 delicious wines that will leave you wanting more. You can also pick up a jar of their Harvest Bonus Jelly, which tastes great on crackers with a glass of wine. Over the last 2 years, their wines have already won awards. Their 2015 Chardonnay, Albarino, and Petit Verdot won silver medals in the 2017 Governor's Cup. In 2018, they won a silver medal in the Comptroller's Cup for their 2015 Chardonnay, and a bronze medal for their 2016 Sauvignon Blanc.
We were very lucky to purchase this property from the local family that lived here. They had run a dairy farm for years and years and years. Produced 750 cases of wine annually. That's our target. We're definitely a boutique winery. It's part of the Antietam battlefield. The battlefield is contiguous to our property.
I spent part of my childhood here, so I know the place really well. But it is some really important American history, and when you walk it, you feel it.
Yeah.
And we try not to mess with that. We try when you pull into our place that you feel like you're still in the battlefield, that you feel like you could be in September 17th, 1862, that you can imagine what people went through on that day and at that time. And we kind of respect that as well. If you notice, our label and our presentation has nothing to do with battle, because we want to be respectful to what happened.
Yes.
But our logo is actually the Burnside Bridge, because there is a very distinct sense of this place.
And we've got some retired Civil War battlefield guides that are helping us almost to the square foot, try to figure out what happened, where, and when. So. For the history buffs, they get really excited when they're able to come here and see what happens. And of course, we're at the most southern end of the battlefield, so A.P. Hill joined the battle in that afternoon, maybe a couple of 100 yards from here, and they came right through here and joined the battle there on that third hill that you can see from our tasting room.
So you pull up, it's very local, and everything we do here is estate grown, estate processed, estate bottled, sold right out of the barn.
Somebody once warned me, be careful what you wish for you may get it. And we've gotten it, and I've never worked so hard in all my life, but it's very enjoyable.
The winery may be hosting an event during your visit, where you can hear some great music like the Lonesome Fiddle Ramblers, or enjoy the opportunity to pair their wines with some excellent local barbecue. Check their website for the list of planned events. Whether you live locally or are just visiting the area, you can't go wrong with a stop at Antietam Creek Vineyards.